Hello aliens and welcome back to my video YouTube channel. Guys, in the previous video we talked about Java Tech Castle, and it was really an awesome video. And guys, I want to make this one to be the perfect one. I know you guys have delayed my video recently, and guys, I'm so sorry. I have been working on other projects. Sometimes have to make complete project like the previous that I was making. I was working on an API that is the one that coronavirus who website, who organization that gave us. So I had to finish that project so that I can continue with this line. So guys, I'm so sorry. We have wasting time. Let's get into this. So today we want to talk about Java operators. So what's Java operators? We've been working with operators sometimes in the previous videos, but it's because we cannot complete one thing at a time, so we have to go step by step. So Java operators they are used to perform operations on variables and the values you see. So for example, I want to do a simple example here before we go far, so that you can understand something, right? So let's get started. Guys, I'm like uh, I'm like things are things are things are getting worse now with these coronavirus. Like, oh, what are doing to people to create some techniques that can help them, like innovations. So that's when I come up with this API stuff, coronavirus tracker. It can help people to get information. So it's a lot of story here. So guys, let's create a class. So I just click file and then new project. I'm going to pick Java application, the next. And this one I want to call it Java operators. Java okay, 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 okay. Wait, guys. Good. Then I finish. So guys, I want to show you this API project, and I want to show you step by step. I want you guys also to see how you've been working on the project. On the teaching side, but also you need to know on how you can apply these techniques that you are learning. So I thought that will be the best solution. So I will definitely upload and I will show you step by step. So guys, let's maximize this. So guys, let me do that example that I've said already. So I'll just come here and I'll type int x or int y int 2 is equal to 80 plus 80 plus 20. So and then I do this is equal to what's wrong with this? Let me go just back. This will be so it's equal. Okay. Now let me print out this one. So as you know guys, this is how we print things out. And I'm very sure you guys know how to print these things out. You're not even scared, right? As I like the way you do things. You're not scared, right? So then I do this. So then if I run this, let's see what we have on the console. Um, something on the console here. Building Java operator. It's building. Build it. Right. Okay. So okay. On the console we have 100. So what are we done? So we have used the plus operator to add the two values. So this was values, 18, 20 was a value. So we used an operator plus to get the value. So although a plus operator is often used to add together two values, like in the example that we have done here, it's used to add together a variable and a value. See, um, or it can also be used to add variable and another variable. So I'm going to do that example. It's not good to speak like an algebra, like the math that we know. It's actually speak to us like I don't know. So int. So let's do the value and the add value. Then we do variable and the variable. You see, we want to use this operator plus and see what will happen. So let's say the first one I'm going to add variable and the variable, and the next one a variable and a value, and the third one I'm going to add variable and a variable, right? So let's do a value and a value. So like if we're doing a sum of two numbers, so let's call it sum is equal to 60 plus 10. Then this and next we say finish. Say someone plus okay, it's actually someone is equal to let's pick the first sum. We're gonna be plus let's say 10, right? Then we close this. So guys, here above we have okay, let me continue. So this is a value and a variable. Let's do now the variable and the variable, right? Int, this is some two equal to sum plus one, right? Sum. So guys, I think you don't know the word for this. I want to print on the console the three sums, right? So I'm going to do this, then let me cut it. Now, put it here, and just say three times, right? Okay, then I want to print this sum, the first sum here, and the second sum 2, sum 1 here, and sum 2, right? Sum 2. So what else? I want to print in a new line. So let me do this new line so that you can see it clear. Okay, let me value is one. So this so guys, you've been asking some questions so I've already answered some, but if you have not gotten back to you, then I'm really working on that. It's being busy. Being busy is a disease sometimes. So let's see what we have on the table. Let me run this. Okay, we have something on the table. So okay, next, as you can see, we have all these. So as you can see, the first one we have 70, and then the second one 80, and the last one 50. So as you can see, I just took the value from here, that is 10 plus 60, you get 70. And this 70 is in this value. So 70 is in this value. So 70 plus 10, which is 80. So 80 is in this value. So in this value we have 80. Then it's the first one, which is 70 plus 80, so we get another 150. That is all about these operators. That is a plus operator, and also so basically, we have worked with the operator, and also we have worked with values and value with the variable and the variable is variable. So that is it. So Java is divided into Java divides the operators into the following groups. I want to write them down. So allow me to write them down, and then I will continue. So guys, the, the arithmetic operators, and I've already said that the arithmetic operators are used to perform common mathematical operations, like 1 plus 1, 2 plus 3, 3 minus 1, all that. You see, so we have these operators here, and then this is an additional operator. So it's used to add two values like x plus y. So guys, I hope this is so simple. I'm not going to write them down, but maybe I'll do this decrement and the increment and also the modular. But this four, guys, please, because I've given an example here, so you can assign this value x and also assign y, and then you see, you add them, you subtract them, you multiply them, and then you divide them, and you see the result. Then so I want to do the modulus and also the increment and the decrement. So let me get here, and then let me comment this, come down, and so I'm going to do I'm going to start with the modulus. So the modulus is simple. It returns the division remainder. For example, if you divide 10 by 2, then we are going to have a remainder of 1. So that is the modulus. So I'm going to declare an int here. Int, let's say int 10. So a value here, let's say number is equal to this. So guys, let me do it. So let me declare an int when I say num, and then I put a comma, and then I say num2. So I'm just declaring first, I'm putting the value without signing, then 1, and this, so like that. Then I say num is equal to, say, 10, then you can add number, then I also say num1 is equal to 2, right? So I come down here and then I say system dot out dot int now say num modular num2 num1 again, and see into the result. So guys, I just declare the variable and then I assigned it. So now I'm doing the modular code and see what we will have on the console. So let me run it. We have 1. So guys, I said that the modulus is actually the remainder. So if you divide 11 by 2, what will you have? So you have a remainder of 2. So that is it. So let's do an increment type. So an increment type is so simple, like you say y is equal to, let me say 12, right? Then okay, can I use this one? Don't be lazy, don't be lazy, Roddy. Don't be lazy. Then I come down here. I'm going to do the decrement type. So come back. Then control D. Then I do this. I want to increment this. So what will I do? I just take class y. Then see what will happen. So let's see the answer. So I do this. Okay, and run. Okay, we have 4. So increment is simply you add 1 to the value. It's adding 1 to the value that you have already set. If it's the decrement, you just use this is called the pre-decrement, the pre-increment. you have to post also, but guys, we will do that in the later chapter. So let me do this. This is the decrement type. Let's run and see what we'll have on the console. We have to, so you have subtracted one from the value, that is it. So guys, we are done with the arithmetic operators, and I hope that you will do the other one that I have not yet done. So let's talk about Java assignment operators. So what are these Java assignment operators? Simply, these are used to assign value to a variable. So in example, I want to do an operator, and then I assign the value to that variable. Let's call that variable x. So I just come down here. Let me comment this. I don't want to mix things. And then I do this. So let me only declare an int. Then I call it m, and then I assign it. Say 9, right? So this is simply I've used the assignment operator equals sign, this one here. I've used this assignment operator, and then I've assigned it 9 to a variable called m. This is a variable. This is the assignment, and then this is the value, this is the assignment, and this is the variable. So that is it. And then so let's talk about the additional assignment operator. The additional, and you know, so now we have talked about this. We have already called this an operator. So let's talk about additional operator. So it's simple. You just add a class to assign, right? So that is it. This is what we call the additional assignment operator. So it adds a value to a variable. That is it. It adds a value to a variable. Let's say you have a variable here, then you have a value here. So you just assign it to a variable. So let me do by example. So I'm going to declare an integer. Then let me call it I. And then code to, let me say 10, right? We call it assign it 10. So if I run this, then you know that I've assigned this value to a variable I, and this is the assignment, right? So I'm going to show you the list of assignments. Hold on, just come here, and then let me see where I have the assignment. That's an operator represented. Yes, no. So you have this, right? Yeah, this. Hold on. So guys, this is the assignment. This is the assignment operators. So these are the examples that I have, and also I've assigned it, and also okay, this is the list, right? So we have an operator here, we have an example, and also this one I'm trying to explain that it's the same as, you can do this. It is called the pre-assignment, but it's the same as this, right? So guys, this one I'm not going to do examples because there is just a lot of time here. But I think that the best way to do this is you guys to try all of them, and then you see what will be the result, because I've already given you an example. For example, this operator here, less equal, you see, we have also something like less or equal to, but this one is a double less when it's equal. So it's the same as, let's say for example, x is less equal to 3. So it's the same as this. So I want you guys to do this example and see what would we have on the console. So guys, this is all about this is all about that segment, and I've given you the examples, and so I've also explained how it works. So guys, I hope that you try this out. Let's try this out and see for yourself. So that's why I'm going to talk about Gamma comparison operators. So comparison operators are used to compare two values, like you can't compare. I mean, like you have to compare with things like let's say uh, you have you can compare your smartphone, a smartphone with a smaller phone, let's say button, the one that has buttons. So you can compare the features, you see. So the same case here, we want to see uh, the comparison operators. So let me grab this and place it here. But I try to zoom a little bit. Yeah, cool. Now, guys, we have the here. Let's try to. Wait, I think this one is better. You can see, better. So guys, we have this operators, and we have the main. Let's say, example. For example, this is equal to. We have a single equal, and then we have a double equal. The double equal actually means that it's equal in bracket, it's equal to, it's in bracket, is the same as this double equal sign. So if you say x, then the first equal sign actually means is, then the second equal sign means 2. For example, this one is read as x is equal to y. And then this one operator means that it's not equal. So if I say x is not equal to y, this is greater than, you see. We have less than this one. We have this one here, greater than or equal to, you see. So guys, I hope that you try an example and then see what, actually this one is going to give you a simple answer. It's either yes or no, I mean true or false. For example, you say this is 3, and then this is 2, then you say x is equal to y. Then you print out, you will see the result, and maybe it's true or false, right? So that is it. That's all about the comparison operators. So let's talk about the other logical operators. So the logical operators are used to determine the logic between variable or values. So let me try this and see the example that I already. So this is the logical operators. So, and I've already said that if you determine the logic between two variables or values, for example, this AND operator, that is called the logical and this is the logical OR, and this is the logical NOT. For example, for the description, so the logical AND return true if both the statements are true. For example, let's see, x is less than 5, and x is less than 10. So if you return the value, if you return the true if you return true or false if both statements are true or false, you see. So you guys just write this down and let's see what will be at the console. For example, I want to, can I do an example? Let me do one example. So I will just come here and then say, uh, can I assign? Can I assign? Okay, let me say x is less than 5, and so and I have to do this, and x is less than 10. So I'm going to do some few things to assign. Okay, I have done a very tough example here, but I don't want to use this. I'm going to use another example. So I just want to don't know about if else statement because we have not done this yet. But I just want to show you how we can do this most way for AND operators. So guys, please forgive me, I'm going to explain all this. But for explanation, I just want to show you this. So if I run this, so if x is less than 5 and x is less than 10, then what will we have on the console? So if I print this, if it's true, then print true. If it's false, then print false. So it has printed false, which is true. So this statement is so confusing. I'm so sorry, but at least you have seen For example, if we change this and we say false, then let's true. So as you can see, it has returned true, showing that x is less than 5 and x is less than 10, so it's true. So guys, I'm so sorry for this, and I hope that I will be able to explain the next video. Thank you so much, and goodbye.